I'm not a fan of sit-ups, but these non-traditional poses will make you work harder and recruit more abdominal muscles than endless crunches do. Remember, you can always start without using weights and modify each pose to work for you. I will demonstrate each one, and then you want to work up to at least 2 sets of 20 reps on each side, maybe more if you have it in you. We're going to begin with a tree pose with an abdominal crunch. You want to remember all of these poses are based on a traditional yoga pose, so you want to get the foundation of that pose down first before you add the weights. So press all 4 corners of that left foot down and roll the right thigh out. So you want to open up that hip. If your balance isn't so hot today, you can leave the right toes on the floor. Otherwise, bring that right foot to the left calf or all the way up to that left thigh. You just want to make sure you don't put the foot on the knee joint. That'll add too much pressure to it. So as you press all 4 corners of that left foot down, lift the kneecap so that leg is nice and strong. That's your foundation of the whole pose. When you're steady in the lower body, bring the weights up overhead, bend the elbows and bring them back behind you. Keep rolling that right thigh out. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, crunch forward as if you were doing a regular sit-up on the floor. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back up. And you can see my left foot wants to roll to the outer edge. It's hard to stay balanced here and crunch while you're in this pose. You want to make sure that you're pressing all 4 corners of that left foot down to keep you balanced. Good. Next, we're going to come into a traditional stance for triangle pose and then add an element to work the obliques. So take a nice wide stance, about 3.5 or 4 feet. Again, press all 4 corners of both feet down, lift the kneecaps so the lower body is nice and engaged. Bring the weights out in line with the shoulders, palms face forward. As much as you're lengthening in opposite direction, make sure you're still plugging the shoulder blades down the back. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, engage the core to bring that right hand down and the left arm up over that left shoulder as if you were coming into a regular triangle pose. But then engage the obliques and inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come back up. Good. Really pull that navel in and up to activate the core as you come up and down. And when you come down into triangle pose, you want to make sure that you're not bringing that left weight back behind that shoulder because that'll pull on the rotator cuff muscles. You want to make sure you're in one nice straight line. Good. For the last one, we're going to come down onto the floor and work in a camel position, but we're not going to do a back bend. We're still going to work the core. So you want to sit on the heels. Bring the weights out in front of you, palms face down. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, you're going to press the weights back and lift the hips up over the knees. So the action in this pose, you're pulling that navel in and up and engaging the core to lift the pelvis up. The pelvis is the heaviest bone in the body, no matter how big you are, so that's what you're working toward. The problem is, when we come into a position like this, our first inclination is to clench our butt, to bring ourselves up. Instead, you want to work the core to get that action going on, okay? So you're going to start here on an inhale. On the exhale, lift the pelvis, press the weights back for a tricep press. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. Inhale. Exhale. So you can go as fast or as slow as you want, depending on if you're new to these poses or not. But eventually you want to work up to doing 2 sets of 10. Okay? Great. I hope you enjoyed these 3 poses. For more like these, you can check out my website at xenstrength.com, where you'll find my new Xen Strength Yoga DVD. Have a great day.